Love's not competing, it's on your side. You're in life's picture, so why must you cry? It's okay, don't delay from smiling. There are brighter days ahead. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum diddy bum bum. Y'all know the rest. Ooh. Good morning, good afternoon, and all those things are contingent upon us doing our part. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family, whatever side of the diaspora that you are on. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Mental House. I am your host, Khadijah. I want you to remember that depression is anger turned inward. Depression is anger turned inward. And it is a lot of things going on right now. And it is a lot of things um, according to what I've been hearing, just from the responses that I've been getting from privately shared emails. There are a lot of people that are in pain and are in suffering right now. An amazing part to me is a little bit more so that I expected. A lot of these people are African Americans. Um, and I try to tap into what I know is real for us. And after being on the planet for over 50 years, I think that I got some things right, or I have some opinions that's valid. And I think that one of the main things that I try to explain and try to get people to be one with is all we've known since we've been here is struggle. All we've known since our journey, since we planted down on the land from the Atlantic slave trade, has been struggle. And we have overcome, we have endured, we have persevered under circumstances that not anyone in the annals of history, anybody, any group of people in the annals of history can say that they experienced. And for that purpose alone, nothing else lets me know that there is a divine um, purpose for you. There is a divinity in you, and against all odds of people trying to and systems trying to relegate you to certain lots in life, um, you have to know, in spite of all of that, that you are worthy. You're worthy. You are part of God's creation. You are part of the human family. And for that, in fact, you are the first of the human family. So for that, you have no reason to be walking amongst in fear-based, walking around here thinking that your world is going to explode, and you have turned all of this anger inward, and you have become depressed because of who the president of the United States is. And I just want to say, like I said before, we've dealt with so many races as black people. On a human level, every group wants to excel with his clan. Every group. The white group, the black group, the brown group, the yellow group. There's a familiarity with your clan. So there's nothing wrong with that. However, when your clan wants to antagonize and dominate another group of people, that's where the problem comes in. So we are people that have been colonized, subjected to a lot of abuse, and there's so much trauma in our DNA that it's very, very, very difficult for us not to explode. not to explode, especially under these circumstances. But in my opinion, that's why, in my opinion, it's very important that we don't spread ourselves so thin. And I'm only speaking to the clan that I know. Just like, well, I'm just going to stick to the subject because y'all know I can get all over the place. Every fight that is not fought, although I consider myself an American, yes, I do. I consider myself an American. This is the only country that I know. This is the country that has my birthright. I know where my homeland is. The only thing is that's been cut off from me. And once something has been cut off and you reattach it, it's not the same. Oh, you can try to put band-aids and things on it. But most of the time, when you are when you have been cut off from something, and as egregious as we were from our motherland, we would have to go back and be almost strangers in our own home. So the only homeland I know is America. I don't know no other homeland, and I'm not trying to get with these mindsets or these Hotep Negroes or whoever that tell me something other than what I know to be a fact. Is why I can have um, uh, a longing to be where I know I was captured from. And there's a sense of when you step your foot on Africa, and on the soil of Africa, there's a great humbling that comes over you that is hard to even explain. I get all of that. I've experienced all of that. I've experienced that. What I'm saying is it can't be rebought. It can't be brought back. So my experience right now is I should have dual citizenship. I should have a citizenship in both on both continents. But I cannot and I will not disrespect my ancestors who built America, whose blood, whose sweat, and whose tears saturates the soil that I walk. I will never, ever, ever dishonor them because I can hear them in the holds of slave ships screaming. I can hear that. And I don't know if a lot of y'all can. I can feel it in my DNA. And so for that, I will always honor those people. I will always honor them. Okay? So, but with that being said, I know what my fight is. So, and this is to you, Priscilla 126. I think that's what your number was, your handle. It's very important that I stay grounded in my truth. And my truth is that I believe that all these groups that fight out and that's having a problem with what Donald Trump is doing, from the Women's March that took place last week, I personally don't want a stake in that. I think we don't have a dog in that fight. Yes, we're women, but we don't have a dog in that fight. We are spreading ourselves too thin as a group of people. We collectively need to regroup and lick our wounds and come out with a code of conduct and be on one accord about one thing that we want from America. And we can't do that being 13% of the population and spreading ourselves thin where we want to support every group, every clan that decides they want to come to America, want to partake in her drinks, yet and still none of these people are allies for us. And case in point, Sandra Bland was exterminated in front of the world. She went to jail. She was on her way to teach at a college that she graduated from. This is one of maybe our top. I won't say top, but yeah, maybe one of our educated sisters. I don't know anything about her personally, but I'm just gonna say one of our educated sisters, um, who followed the American way. I didn't see any of those women groups out in a protest of the treatment of Sandra Bland dying in that jail cell. So we have to learn how to pick our fights. In my opinion, black people have to learn how to pick their fights. Because it's not a problem for you to speak up for your clan. That, in my opinion, especially when your clan has to have some kind of solidarity because you are being targeted and you are being hunted down as prey. You don't have to try to validate that to anybody. You don't even have to care if anybody doesn't agree with you or not. So when they start trying to lump you in as we're all women and we're all, yes, we are until something happens to the black woman. And you have to make these people clearly understand that. And if you're not willing to get into that race, then you are not willing to represent your people that way. I don't have a problem with any other race. But I certainly am not going to look at any other race and try to uplift them while my own goes down the drain. That would be insane. That would be equivalent to me telling you, wow, you're missing. You live across the street from me, and I'm yelling across the street to you. You're missing a spot. You're watering your grass. You missed a spot around there with the bushes. You need to take that water hose and go over there because you missed that spot under those trees. And my freaking house is on fire. Right behind me. It's blazed. Both floors. Inferno. And I'm sitting up here worried about you not watering your bushes. Don't you see how that would sound a little absurd and a little ridiculous? Well, in my opinion, that's the situation we find ourselves in. We can't keep spreading ourselves too. We can't even afford it. Anybody who has not stood up for you, when you look at the ACLU, did you see them come out about this mistreatment of black men being shot down in the street like dogs? You didn't see that. So my point is, it's very, very difficult to deal with a people who have been taught and trained to see you as an underclass, an under scourge of the earth. And no matter how much that hurts me, I have to understand and realize that if white people are not prejudiced, like Jane Elliott said, then the school system has not done its job. These people have been taught that they are supreme over you. You didn't see them. They omitted your history and gave them their history. Everything that they have is geared towards them. All of society and everything that happens is geared for their feelings and to make them feel okay. Why wouldn't they? It's hard, very difficult for a white person to not only admit that they could be, and I don't say racist, I mean prejudice. Because there's a difference. Because these people don't have no power. They just got ignorance. They just got stupidity, and they've been brought into a system. Okay? They can't help it. But with that being said, black people have to know how to pick their fights. This is not one of them. Guess what? If America goes down the drain and we all die, this fight right here, in my opinion, we shouldn't even be in. I'm sorry, you might not like it. So I'm just trying to tell you how I feel about it. I think you should leave that alone. Let them do their own bidding. Let them do what they do. Because we got a whole unique set of problems that we need to address. Okay? We got a whole different group of problems that we need to address, and it has nothing to do with how do I say it? It has nothing to do with solidarity, because it's only solidarity when they want to use us and use our bodies and put us on the front line. Not, no, 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 no. Wake up. Don't subject yourself to that craziness. Get your minds right and understand that that's not our fight. It's not our fight. Oh, we have a fight, but that's not it. All right? If you like what you hear, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time in the mental house. Bye-bye.